going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Let's see if I can get a few of you guys in here. What's up, everybody? What's up? Black and brown. I want to get a few of you guys in here. Justin, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's up? All right, let me see if we start reading some of these comments. I know a few guys are down jumping in and everything like that. So I'm gonna just jump right into Justin's question. Hey, got some Valsons, 20-inch, 35 series tires, 10-inch wide. How much to put BC coilovers on? How much drop would you go with and have a best look? Justin, I can't answer that question for you. BC Racing coilovers, you can slam the car or you can put it close to stock height. And you said, well, the question, how much drop? Yeah, so that's it. That's basically pretty much what you asked me. How low can you go? That's pretty much it. You can slam it. What's going on, Spamatic? What's going on, man? What's up? What's going on, Kemlon? What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to everybody. I hope you're having an amazing weekend, especially in the light of what's going on in the world. But I'm here to talk with you guys for at least an hour for some of the new people. So if you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you. I am BoostinMotion. What's going on, everybody? I just hope that your families and friends and even some of your associates are safe in this world right now. We're all going through something, and we're all into this together. Anyways, let's go. Let's start asking some of these questions. All right. What's going on, S4? What up, man? What's going on, Black Man? What up, man? Kamikaze? What's going on? All right. So it seems like most of you guys don't have no questions yet. So I'm going to be live for about an hour. Reason being is got some stuff I got to do. But also on top of that, you guys start to ask a lot of questions. So I'm mainly going to pay attention to the questions on this one. Johnny, hey Boost, I have a 2014 3.7 Q50 all-wheel drive, and I wanted to know if there's any way I can put the sport bumpers on my build. Yes, you can. Just go on eBay or Amazon. There's plenty of overseas shippers that can send you the complete whole kit. That includes the bumper, the grill, the bottom grill, and the bezels. Literally, it's about $400 or $500 off of eBay, and they're good quality, 80 to 90% good quality. Telling you, right? A lot of people have been doing this for a while. Okay. All right. And maybe the red sport. Yes. And you can swap to the red sport bumper too. I have a video about this. You can Google BoostinMotion and sport bumper swap. You can come from the 2014 bumper to the 2018 bumper. All you're going to need is the bumper, the grill, and also the side fog light inserts. But there's kits out there already that you can buy on eBay or Amazon that come with everything. If you want to go to Infinity, you can do that, but Infinity charges almost double the price. When you could just go with an online seller that's pretty much half the price. All right, and it's a brand new kit. All right, Sopa, are you going to get snapbacks in the merch? I'm working with Teespring account. They seem very delayed and slow when it comes to getting things done. So they still don't have it designed properly where you can get the snapbacks. But yes, once Teespring allows you to be able to have snapbacks, yes. But you can get snapbacks over Teespring, but I want to see how it's designed first. It's not their software isn't up there on that level to design it on your own. I don't know why. I could design t-shirts, but I can't design snapbacks. It's weird. All right, okay. I wouldn't go with BC coilovers. You lose the active dampers. RSR makes coilovers that keep the active damper function for $800 more. That is a decision you can make. I don't know if the active dampers function continues to work. From what I know, you can just use a resistor, and that would actually trick and fool the DC your computer to think that it's still reading the DTC, whatever the case might be. But if that's what it can do, that's actually pretty dope. But I know RSRs are really good. But most people, if you don't have a red sport, go BC Racing coilovers. But even then, BC Racing coilovers are pretty affordable. It's pretty known companies. But it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Thoughts on a new EcoBoost Mustang? Same as the red sport. I'm gonna say like this, bro. I like Mustangs. My boy has a 5.0 Mustang, but we have a running joke. If it's EcoBoost, it goes EcoBoom. All right, and it's laugh and jokes and all. It's kind of weird to have a turbo, in a Mustang. Come on, man. Just think about it, bro. Come on. But honestly, I do like that they do have a turbo vehicle, and one of the first Mustangs were turbo anyway from like long time ago. So they were boosted at some point. But I would say no. I'd rather get a 5.0 and throw a supercharger on it because the gains are just way well worth it. For you to not turbo, to tune and fully bolt on and tune EcoBoost, you're going to be slightly faster than a stock 5.0, and then you lose reliability. A lot of people blow their head gaskets, their water pumps on that motor, so look that up. I don't know if they changed the design of the motor since then, but that motor is very unreliable when it comes to power. Did they make any silver sport Q60s? I haven't. Okay, from 2017 to 2019, I believe there were 3.0 T sport Q60s. So 2017 to 2019, there were 3.0 T sports. After that, there's no more of them. You only could get the premium or the luxe, whatever they call it, and you can get the red sport. There's no more 3.0 T sport, and unless they change it for 2021. All right, they think they have made a Q. Okay, all right. EcoBoosts are a joke. Yeah, they are, bro. What's up? What up, bro? How much boost are you running? I'm probably running, when I took a look, right around 1920 psi. That's my tune is right around 19 to 20 psi through AMS. Okay, they won't be faster than 5.0 without a big turbo kit. No, I'm talking about stock 5.0, brother. So a bolt-on tune EcoBoost versus like a stock 5.0, yeah, they're faster, but then they lose reliability and break. So I wouldn't get it. I like that Ford designed the EcoBoost, but they should have just kept it as like a, that car to get rented, or people who just want to get a coupe. They shouldn't have try to make it sporty and all this other extra stuff, but that's my opinion. Thanks for the answer. Okay, bro. Hey Boost, what's up? What's going on, VR? What's up? Joel, keep up the good work. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. Thoughts on the new Acura TLX? Oh, Tim, it's gonna be a problem. Infiniti better get with it, because it's supposed to be twin turbo V6, and it's gonna be a SH all-wheel drive. So that means it's the direct competitor of the Red Sport. And you already know it's probably gonna have newer tech. Acura always give these nice, beautiful colors to their cars, and also the interiors are usually nice too. It's just that their infotainment is just like Lexus, kind of old. Same thing like Infiniti. Everyone's old. But in all seriousness, though, it's gonna be a problem. And I see a lot of Honda heads going to Acura just because of that car, just because of brand loyalty. I mean, I'm a Nissan guy, but I went to Infiniti. I'm not going to Acura. Hey, I'm from UK and could only afford a 2.0 due to tax and petrol tax. Yeah, you guys have a lot of restrictions when it comes to fuel. So the above reason I'm looking at tips and improve the drivetrain looks like what it could be the first thing to change. Well, if you're talking, you said drivetrain and looks, I know that you can probably get something such as like a JB4, Burger Tuning JB4, or a race chip that increases your performance. It just plugs right in. You don't have to like tune anything or anything like that. You just plug it in. It's a boost controller. Also, on top of that, looks-wise, it's a 2.0 T. Same thing like I've talked about. You can get a set of coilovers or even drop springs. I don't know what's available in UK that you can actually buy and ship, but just take a look into lowering springs or even coilovers if you can get those over there. That lowers the car a little bit. And if you lower the car about an inch, you'd be surprised how much it just changes the whole look of the car. Who's that guy or company on Facebook that's making panel shift kits for the 2018? Oh, okay. I forgot his name. Oh man, I can't remember the name. He's on. Just looking to the Q50 Q60 Facebook group. Just type a regular message into everybody and say just say that's like that. Who has the kit? Somebody will link you to the guy. He's in the group or whatever. Or put in the search button. It may come up. Boost, what up, man? What's going on, Jonathan? Yo, does getting a computer chip in 3.7 give it any power, or is it worth getting the computer chip? There's no computer chips for the 3.7 Q50, bro. From what I know, no. You have to get a full-fledged tune. That's the only way. That's it, full-fledged tune. Get your bolt-ons and get a full-fledged tune, bro. Boost, can I run E40, E50 with low-pressure fuel pump? Yes, people have run low-pressure fuel pump with upgraded low-pressure fuel pump on E40, E50 mix. It all depends on your tuner. But yeah, people have done it, and just make sure you get like a flex fuel kit from either Fuel It or AMS. I think it's Fuel It or AMS. They make a flex fuel kit so you can know the percentage of E that you have in the tank. Okay, cool. What's going on, Revelo? Okay, what's up? All right, Kemlar. All right, cool. So what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having an amazing, beautiful Saturday. I'm gonna be chilling a little bit with you guys for like the next 45 minutes, hanging out. I was supposed to go live Wednesday, but I was a little busy with work and everything else that happened in my life. But you know, just wanted to find some time to hang out with you guys. Got a little drink here, nothing too crazy. Little vodka, cranberry, you know what it is. And it's 5:30 on a Saturday. It's okay, I could drink. It's our weekend, okay? It's our holiday. Let me see. Let me give you guys some updates because you guys ain't asking me no questions. All right. So a few updates right now. You guys saw that I recently purchased an AMS fender tank. That fender tank is installed and working properly. That installation video is going to be coming out next week. Also, I'm going to drop a few other videos talking about a few other things, you know, some more modifications to the car. The killer chiller still isn't here yet, so that video might still take a little while to get here. The Mod to Fame road race event that was supposed to go to May 30th is still canceled and or rescheduled, so that's going to be in June. So I'm not going to be able to race high horsepower cars for another month, but it's all right. We still get to build up our war chest and do some more things to the car. Oh, got some more questions here. Rob asks, is there any Infinity meets in the NYC area? I'm visiting from Ohio. Rob, at this current moment, no, because we're still under house arrest, as you want to say, stay-at-home order. So there are not going to be any meets. Everything is closed. Like, I mean, unless you want to go get food and buy food, but there's no more socializing or anything like that until Governor Cuomo raises pretty much lifts this stay-at-home order, so we can return back to some kind of normalcy. So sorry, man. I'm tuned on E30 boosting and making 472 wheel with just lower downpipes intake and a cooler. If I add a CATBACK and full downpipes and go E40, will I hit 500 wheel? Honestly, I wouldn't know, brother. That's a good question, but I don't know. It all depends on your tuner, one. Two, it depends on your climate. Remember, it's getting hotter outside. So, well, it depends on where we live, but in New York, it's 78 degrees now. So because of the climate change, you will have less power. Also on top of that, depends on the elevation. But 472, why don't you just go with a higher amount of why don't you just go to a higher octane level? Go with like an E50. That may help. Full downpipes are pretty expensive, like $1,000, and they only help you with peak wheel horsepower. So rather than you make 472 wheel, let's say at 5,000, you make 480 or 472 at 5,500. It just pushes up your wheel horsepower a little higher in RPM, and your torque, you'll get to hit your torque a little lower in RPM. But I wouldn't be able to tell you. But if we're really pushing it right now, my recommendation, if you want to hit 500 wheel, just go with a higher amount of fuel. You said you don't even have a low pressure fuel pump right here. You just said lower downpipe intake. So go with a low pressure fuel pump and push it to E50. That's it. That's what it seems like. At least 5 people I know who were doing E40, E50 mix on low pressure fuel pump. So try to do that. Just do the fuel pump upgrade and go up to like an E50 and get retuned on that. Hey, wanted to get a better 60 for my JB4. Any tips? Kyle, there's really nothing you can do. The JB4 just doesn't allow you to try to have a better 60 foot. I do know that they came out with wastegate wires or something like that. Something for you, allow you to close off the wastegates or something like that, so that builds up the boost. But honestly, I'm being straight up with you, I'm not messing with the JB4 stuff anymore because I'm tuned. I still have a JB4. I've been doing some testing with it, but not in the sense of playing with the wastegates. So just join the JB. There's like a N54 Fanatics Q50 burger tuning group where they probably talk about a lot of this stuff. So I don't have that information. Sorry, man. But also, you can go with a better tire, too, if you are old drive. Just go with a better tire, try to brake boost a little higher. That could maybe help, but the JB4 doesn't allow you to build much boost off the line. I hear that the 400Z is to have a beefier VR30. How do you know much about the specs yet? No. At airplanes, no. I know nothing about it. And you probably don't know nothing about it, and no one probably knows nothing about it because Nissan is being very quiet and not speaking about what's going on. Like, they're not letting us know anything, brother, or sister. I'm just being fair. I don't know. It could be a girl or boy, but they're not letting us know anything. But from what we assume is this, that they're gonna have the same VR30 in that 400Z. Also, we are assuming either it's gonna have the same 7-speed transmission, but because the Nissan Titan has their new 9-speed transmission, Nissan, doesn't mean that 300Z, 400Z may not get that 9-speed. So I'm assuming 430, VR30, 400 horsepower with the 9-speed new transmission. I can see that. Give me a second. What's going on, Deli Q50? What's up, man? Deli Q50 in the chat with his fast car. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Hello? I'm on live right now. You just got home? I'm gonna call you back. All right, give me my fault, guys. Apologize. Yeah, man, Deli Q50 in chat. Low pressure fuel pump and E30 mix for the win. Yeah, definitely. That car makes you pretty quickly, and it makes your car pretty quick, and you don't really have to do too much modifications to gain a good amount of horsepower. Sky, I have a Q60S twin turbo Europe all-wheel drive. Yeah, man, I'm glad you can see our cars out there, but aren't they pulling Infiniti out of UK? So like you got probably last of the dying breed out there, man. So hold on to that car, man. Hold on to it. Okay, 615, appreciate it, bro. Have you been having any problems running E85? A couple. I've been going through injectors. I'm not tuned on E30, E50. I'm still on 93 pump, so I haven't had any problem with injectors. But it seems like an ongoing issue when you start running E85 with high pressure fuel pump. You start running into injector issues. All depends on your tune and fuel pressure and everything like that. So there's really still no definitive reason why we keep running into these issues, other than maybe the injectors just can't handle the amount of pressure, and or the fuel is supposed to deliver. Honestly, so maybe the injectors are overworking themselves. Okay, how are your axles holding up? I have MR2. Haven't had any issues with my axles since then. That was since January. We're in May. And I've been launching this car. I've been racing this car, so I haven't had any issues. So my spacer and M37 axles really helped. Okay, give me a second, guys. I want to just make sure I'm answering. Is running full downpipes tune safe? Heard of overspinning issues. As I've said it before in some of my videos, it's harder for tuners to slow down your turbines with full catless downpipes. Full catless downpipes. The wastegate is still so small, but some good tuners, such as AMS and a few others, know how to mitigate and get around this issue. So what I would say is go to a reputable tuner that knows what they're doing, has been out here for a while, and get tuned by them. Any Joe Smo that just tunes your car full catless, you're gonna run into issues. All right, how are you? Okay, cool. By the way, I checked out the red G37 coupe. It didn't feel right when I test drove it. It feels shaky when you drove it. Thank you, Rob, man. I appreciate that. Definitely for checking that one out. That car was in an accident, man. Rob talking about a video that I posted about 2 weeks ago about a G37 that was rebuilt, but they wanted like $10,000 for it. But it was in an accident. And it was like, and he put on eBay headlights and all of that. But thank you, man. I appreciate that very much, man. Also, E30 gives our cars a lot of top end power and no way to gain on 93. Yeah, better octane. I think Nissan is killing off the Z and GTR in Europe. I don't see them killing off the GTR though in Europe. They'll probably kill the Z because there's got to kill the current Z. They have to kill this generation of Z because whoever goes to Nissan Infiniti dealership right now and buys a brand new Z, I'm sorry if you guys on my channel, but I don't know why you guys are buying. What is that, a 13-year-old car, brand new? It doesn't even make sense to still be purchasing that car. They don't make the G37 anymore from 2015. That is basically still the same car up until 20-something. People are amazing. Amaze me when they keep doing this. The GTR though has gotten really expensive in the last 5 years. It went up by at least another $40,000, $50,000. I don't know why people are buying that, but GTRs have heritage, man. Craig, appreciate that, man. Have you driven a 370Z? What's your opinion on them? I don't like that it doesn't have any rear seats. So it's like a real roadster, as you say. Roadster is not a 2+2, just 2 seats. Feels a lot smaller than a G37, and I really don't like the interior because it really is so much like Ultima. Maximas are actually nicer on the inside, so it's like really like Ultima feeling and an older Maxima feeling. I didn't really like that. No, I didn't really like that much. I just didn't like how the car. It's not that it didn't drive much different than the G37. It's just that inside it just looks more dumbed down. It doesn't have all the same creature comforts as the G would have. But that's just my opinion. I just like to have more luxurious feeling on the inside and everything like that. My opinion, though. AMS tuned my car with full catalyst downpipes and no exhaust, no overboost at all. I ran just downpipes, so not back pressure. Yep. Joel, laugh out loud. Some other tunes I've seen cars are overboosting like crazy on full downpipes, so choose your tuners wisely. Daily Q50 is right. You definitely got to pick the right tuner. When I went to All Out Motorworks in Long Island, this is right by me. I had some work done on my car today. I was talking to a few people on my Instagram live. Maybe I should check in and see where those guys are at. My IG people. I'll talk to you guys first. But that came up, the same thing. You got to go with people. I would recommend if you're going to go with a tuner, go with a tuner that has either owned that car and worked on it and tuned it, and or go with the company that has a shop car or a dedicated car they do products on for that platform, because they're the people who are going to know what they're doing. When you go to someone who just has a computer and has access to ECU Tech, HP tuners, or UpRev, and that doesn't own the platform, of course they can tune your car. They have the software for it. And every tuner kind of knows what they're doing, but not everyone is proficient to that platform. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, you know, but I'm just some random dude from YouTube. Okay, do you know if the Q60 black sun visors fit the 2017 Q50? I don't see why it wouldn't. Reason being is, Jonathan, that Infiniti uses parts bins. So, you know, one item is interchangeable with another item. So most likely it should. I don't see why it shouldn't. But in my opinion, I wouldn't know. See if you can find somebody who owns a Q60 2017 around you and just, you know, peek into their car and see how it looks. You know, that's it. That's all I can tell you. Much appreciate you, and I appreciate you, man. Okay, I gotta go back to talk to you later, man. Appreciate Daily Q50. Yeah, man. So no more questions right now, right? I don't see any more questions. You guys got me for like another half an hour. I don't really got as much energy and as enthusiast and as enthused as I would really be, because I was supposed to be in Texas today. I was supposed to be in Texas at Austin Infiniti and AMS's event, and I was supposed to meet up with Enthusiast POV, Eric, and a few others. A lot of other people. And I'm upset because Texas had their Texas had an executive order, which meant if I flew in, I have to quarantine for 14 days. So I canceled the flight. So the day of when I'm supposed to fly away, which would have been Thursday, the governor lifts that mandate 3 hours before my flight that I would have had. I went to go look and see if there was any flights I could purchase. Guess what? Flights are doubled, $800, $900 for a flight. Look for the next day, $1,000 if I want to go to Austin Infiniti. Pissed me off. So, but for anyone who's in Texas that's watching, me and Enthusiast POV are going to be planning a meetup in the next few months. I don't know what month it will be yet, but we're planning to meet in Dallas, Texas, or maybe Houston or Austin, but probably Dallas because that's where he lives. It's easier for him and easier for me. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, guys? Let me fix my camera a little bit. It's messing up. Come on, come back. All right, I'm there. All right, let me see what other questions you guys got me. Come on, you guys got me here. You're welcome, Jonathan. Boost, if you had to leave the platform, Nissan Infiniti, what would you get? I guess, or what would you get? Man, I hate this question. I always say it, BMW. That's honestly it. Like, I would go to BMW. It would be probably some kind of M5 because it comes all-wheel drive, V8 twin turbo. You can't beat that. That'll be a four-door sedan. If it was a truck, I want to go American. I'm going Trackhawk. I'm sorry. I think the Trackhawk has such a subtle look that it's well worth it. I like that inconspicuous look. Yes, the X6M and the X5M, those trucks are fast, freaking fast. But there's just something about big liters and a supercharger and a wine that's just intoxicating. Oh, shout out to Scrap, bro. Appreciate you, man. 204, man. Thank you, man. You got to ask a question with that, man. You just dropped $10 on me like that. Like, I'm about to go get me some Domino's now, man. Put a little bacon on top of that Domino's with some chicken, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Fo says he wouldn't. I'm sorry. Joel, have you had a chance to run any 2020 Supras? as crazy as it is, I want to say something briefly about Supras. They talked this car up so much that I thought I was going to see a bunch of people with Supras in Brooklyn, New York, at least in New York City. No one's buying those cars. It's so funny. Editors and reviewers get a car and drive it and say it's amazing. This is a great coupe. Go get this car, right? But nobody buys it. No one, because nobody wants to spend $50,000 on a Toyota coupe. That's why no one wants to do it. But when Nissan, let's say Nissan does drop the 400Z, they're probably going to price it right around $35,000. You think, would you rather buy a Z for $35,000 with a twin turbo 6, or would you buy a $50,000 Toyota Supra? Come on, man. So, but that's what I just want to briefly say. I don't see nobody with that car, but I would love to run one. But they're pretty quick. Bolt-ons and a tune, they're quick. They're like 3,300 pounds. They'll beat me easy. From a dig, I'll probably take them from a dig. But a roll with good amount of power, yeah, you should beat me. You answered plenty of questions for free. Yo, Scrape, yo, you know what, Scrape, you're right, man. I didn't even think about that. I do answer a lot of questions for free. Like, I really do. I was talking to one of my supporters when I was at All Out Motorworks today in Long Island, and he was telling me, yeah, man, I was asking you some question about da da da. I'm like, I don't remember the question. He's like, yeah, nigga, you told me to go here. I'm like, yeah, but I talk to like a lot of people every day. Maybe like 20 to 30 people send me messages a day. Sometimes, the most I ever gotten, questions I ever gotten in a day was probably like 50 questions. And but luckily some of them were like simple responses. But some people are like, well, can I get some more information? I'm just like, send this video because I can't break it down with you through text, you know. But I appreciate that, Scrap. You answer, okay, cool. If I have a 2016 premium, excuse me, Q60 premium, and I want to upgrade a Red Sport, what would I need to do, and how much will it cost? Well, if you want to upgrade to a Red Sport, number one, you'll have to change out your calipers. You want to go with the bigger BBK Acura calipers. There are kits online about $800-900 for rotors, calipers, brake lines, and everything like that. These are pieced together kits. But you can also try to source these calipers for cheaper, because you can just get them for like Rock Auto and just try to piece together the rotors. My BBK that I did on my own, I got them from a junkyard. I got them for $250, but I got the rotors for $100 brand new from a Rock Auto. So I tried to piece them together my kit for really cheap. What else Red Sport has? You can buy the secondary heat exchanger pump. AMS sells that heat exchanger pump for $500, or you can purchase a used one from a junkyard. I don't know how much that's going to cost. There is an oil cooler, so you can purchase the oil cooler. So like right around $700. You can purchase that from Z1 Motorsports or Concept Z Performance. And the seats, you're gonna have to just find the seats wrecked. That's really it. Paddle shifters, you can get the paddle shifters from anywhere. That's a couple $100. So if you want to spend that amount of money just to have the same stuff as a Red Sport, you can. But the tune, you'll still be 300 horsepower tuned, because there's no way to swap over to a Red Sport tune unless you get an actual tune, and then you wouldn't be making Red Sport numbers. You'll be making like 530, 520 horses or whatever. So it's up to you, man. That was a really loaded question. I'm sorry, man. Yo, big up boost from Toronto. What's going on, the realest? All right. Wow. Okay, cool. A tuned Supra will give a GTR with bolt-ons a run. Nah, I can't agree with you. A bolt-on tuned 93 pump Supra will give a GTR with bolt-ons run. Think about what you're saying. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know B58 is good, but on 93 pump stock fuel system, nah. Stock fuel system, no. Upgraded fuel system, a little bit E85 or MS109, then yeah. Meth, yeah. Most of those Supras you see at the track are just not no 93 tune downpipe cars. These guys just shooting meth. They got upgraded turbos. Most of those cars are not stock turbo, period. Like, just want you to know that. It's my opinion, though. I'm talking about this current Supra, not the old Supra, this current one. Is a YPIPE worth it? Which brand I have aftermarket resonators, and I got still an AXLEBACK for cheap. But well, Jonathan, I wouldn't even buy a YPIPE separately at this point because you have Rev 9 that makes a YPIPE mid-pipe combo. So you can actually build up the rest of your CATBACK. No other company other than Tanami makes a YPIPE and mid-pipe combo. But there, it's like $400 or something for that for YPIPE mid-pipe combo from Rev 9, or a little cheaper than that. It's really affordable. I would do that rather than just buy a YPIPE separately. So that's what I would actually recommend. Rev 9 YPIPE mid-pipe combo. It wouldn't come with an AXLEBACK. You plan on getting a new drive shaft and LSD at Garcia? Maybe one day. Because this car will be going under surgery, and I've been seeing a few people start doing their part out. So, a guy that lives over here, he's selling his AMS carbon fiber drive shaft, and I'm just like, I don't want carbon fiber though, because I don't want to deal with it. And it was still kind of expensive, but even then, if it was aluminum drive shaft used, I would have bought it off of him. LSD, I don't know yet. I gotta see how the car reacts, because right now, for me to fully launch my car on summer tires, it still spins. It's just fully launched, like fully launch it. It's not. It's still gonna spin. So LSD would help a lot with that, but you know, I gotta wait and see what happens. I take my time. I do small increment changes, you know. But I would love to do that in the future, 100%. No one has them. Laugh aloud. What up, Boost? What's going on, Michael? Shout out from Denver. What up, Denver? Denver in the house. No, he says no meth. We build GTRs up here, 7-second cars. I'm not. Okay, cool. Same tune GTR. I'm doing my own tube for the Q60 Restwell. Well, okay, at the realist, I appreciate it, man. If you know the deal, you know the deal. I just don't believe that of just a bolt-on tune 93 pump Supra, this current gen, will keep up with bolt-on tune GTRs. Nah, bolt-on tune GTRs are 550, 600 wheel. Like, that's pretty good. I'm talking about the newer gen, not like the older gen GTRs, because they make like low 500s or whatever. But it depends on the turbo size. If it has like Nismo turbos or whatever, or the newer revised turbos, they're much better. Okay, cool. So I think I answered most of the questions there. Okay, so you guys still got me for like another half an hour, man. Come on, man. Where's the questions at? Well, you guys are what, y'all hanging out with y'all families? Y'all cooking? Y'all making dinner? What's going on? Any reason why you didn't like the carbon fiber drive shaft? Good reason. Good question, Garcia. Reason being is I like carbon fiber. It's very strong, but something scares me when that carbon fiber is exposed to a lot of stress and debris. That's honestly it. So I would hate in my heart for me to hit some kind of imperfection in the road, or somehow anyway I get some kind of spider crack in it. I'm not saying it could happen. I just don't want that to happen to me. I have that luck. Okay, I'm not saying I don't put it into world. I've been doing good on not getting in trouble, but knowing that this component is going to go through a lot of spinning, it's on the undercarriage. I'd rather just have that as an aluminum fiber piece. That's honestly it. I'd rather have like a carbon fiber intake than a carbon fiber drive shaft, because you know it doesn't go through as much stress. It just boosts that's hitting it. But that's my opinion. Would you buy an RS3? I wouldn't buy it. I would lease it. Those cars are freaking dope. I would say a bolt-on Tune 93 RS3 will give it to some GTRs. Give it. Give them. That's it. You know what I mean. But a bolt-on Tune RS3 will give it to a Tune or a Tune bolt-on GTR. That's my opinion, though. Just in my opinion. My opinion. Why are so many thoughts and simps in the Facebook group? Jermaine Williams. Which Facebook groups though? Oh, because I've been seeing a lot of women post up their cars in the Facebook groups. He's talking about Facebook group, the biggest one that we have for the Q50 Q60 group. Yeah, there's like a lot of women posting. I'm not against them for coming into the group and everything. They're getting clout, but it is what it is. Simps. There's gonna be simps everywhere, bro. Like, some people just really just be like, yo, girl, let me just pay for everything that you pay for everything. I just want to pay for everything. All right. That's it. Anyways, are there two different heat exchangers for the Q50 Red Sport and Luxe? No, there's only one heat exchanger. Well, technically, if you want to be honest, there's 3 different heat exchangers for all of our VR30s. But technically, you have 2 intercoolers that sit on top of your motor. that are air to water intercoolers, but they're also called heat exchangers. And then you have a small heat exchanger that's in front of the AC condenser, but that's actually, to me, considered a small radiator. That's what it is. It's basically a radiator, but it's still a heat exchanger because you are exchanging the heat from the coolant to the air and cooling it down. So, but technically there's 3 heat exchangers, but they go by different names. Good question. A good way to break that down. And if you say there's 2 different, no, there's only, well, those are still technically 2 different because you have the one that sits on the motor, the intercoolers, and you have the radiator one. So it's still 2. You're still right, actually, in that question. It would be no point to get an RS if you're going to get tuned. At Michael Lowe, I've commented on this before. People don't like when I say it. If you know that you're getting into this platform and you're like, you know what, I'm going to tune my car, I don't really see the sense in paying the extra money, a lot of money. If you could get a used Red Sport for good money, good price, it's fine. But if you're going to spend $10,000 over a 3.0 T Sport, that was a bad move. That's just my opinion, because you paid $10,000 more and you're going to still tune. So both cars have the same BBKs and everything like that. It has all the same parts except for a heat exchanger pump. That's it. And a slightly shorter final drive ratio. And the diamond stitch seating, though. Diamond stitch is pretty nice. I like diamond stitch in the Red Sports. But anyways, Jermaine, okay, cool. Okay, what's good, Boost? Supercharged E37 here. What's going on, Guts? All right. I have STILLEN trash turnkey tune. You got to get rid of that now. Getting a custom tune next week. What can I expect? Probably, if you're a 93 fuel, you're gonna heat soak fast as fuck. Cursing on video. Your car is gonna heat soak really fast because the heat exchanger that's on the STILLEN kit stinks. So you're gonna heat soak really fast. You need to. If I was you, I wouldn't even get tuned. I would go and get purchase an air-to-air intercooler ASAP. Just purchase that, because you're gonna find out once you start getting supercharged that you're gonna keep upgrading parts. You're gonna go with smaller pulleys. You're gonna start shooting meth. You're gonna start running a specific amount of E. What I would recommend is switching over to an air-to-air intercooler kit. That's it. Look into Soho, and I think there's a few other companies that make air-to-air intercooler kits. That will be my honest recommendation. But if you try to tune it on 93 pump or 91, probably mid 400s, high 400s to the wheel, which is pretty good. That's a good question, because I know I'm gonna end up supercharged with my G37 one day too. So, well, when I get one, because I'm probably gonna supercharge it or rear mount turbo it, one or two. Okay, how do you know if the tuner is good? Looking for one locally, but don't want to go to just anyone. Honestly, Zach, I'm saying good because you want to join the Q50 Q60 forums and groups and stuff like that, public forums. You even have like .org. Reason being is people can actually attest to their experiences with the specific tuners or tuning company. So that's why I like to go into public forums. But you won't really know if a tuner is good by just looking them up on Ask Haley or Allie or whatever her name is on Google or whatever the case might be. So I always recommend just going. I was gonna say this. There's 2 things I'm looking for when I'm looking for a tuner. Either they own the car and they tune with it, or 2, the shop or company owns the car and tunes with it. That's all I'm gonna leave you with. That's it. So I'm gonna say, Pound, what's going on, Ricardo? Pound, what's going on? Just adding on my BMW choice comment. I had Beamers most of my life and love them, but they need a lot of nursing. Once your warranty is gone, so you better get deep pockets. At Pounds, I would say that maybe the older BMWs. I don't know about the new BMWs, but also I think all the new cars after a certain mileage, certain parts are just gonna fail. They're just gonna break. Like the common problem in VR30s is the belt slip. Literally, the serpentine belt, a $70 belt could strand you. It's so stupid, but it's just a $70 belt. Just change the belt, and then you won't have this issue. That's it. Mine is starting to squeak again. I'm probably gonna come out with a video with it in the next week or 2. I'm probably gonna change it, so you guys gonna get that video of me changing it. But my belt is starting to squeak. I changed it about 10 to 12,000 miles ago, almost 15,000 miles ago, and it's squeaking again. So I'm gonna have to change it before it pops. But it still looks pretty good, but I just don't like the squeaking noise it makes. Which one should I get for my Red Sport heat exchanger? Oh, Ari, you're asking what heat exchanger. To be honest, there's a few of them on the market. Someone asked me this earlier on my IG. What I'm going to say is, in all honesty, Mishimoto. I believe that they have the best amount of surface area next to AMS. Also, they also have the same similar cooling capacity, and insulation is still almost the same level, but they're about $300 cheaper than AMS. That is my honest opinion. That's it. They all of these heat exchangers are one pass. They're not dual passes. So that is my honest opinion. Mishimoto. Well, all right, Michael. Okay, Guts, Cali, 91 octane. Thank you and what you do. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate that I'm helping you, man. I'm helping. Hopefully, I'm helping because it's different out here. But 91 octane, you're probably gonna be around 450 wheel horsepower, somewhere around there. But it depends on how hot it is outside too, bro. It depends. They're gonna have to back out a lot of the timing, and your your heat exchanger is gonna heat soak fast with that STILLEN supercharger. That STILLEN heat exchanger is crappy, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna tell you you need to go to air. I'm telling you, or shoot meth or something. Journey to fitness. What up, Boost? Do you plan on getting your Q50 to the max power, like 600 to 700 horsepower? And also, have you ever thought of getting a 370Z? Well, that's a compounded question. Number one, when these turbos get swapped, if I'm tuned properly, I should be making about 600, close to 600 horsepower, which is right around 500 wheel horsepower. So yes, I'm technically going that route. Am I trying to be the fastest out there? No. Number two, your question was thoughts on the 370Z. I said it a little earlier. I'm just not into the 370Z. I believe that it's more similar to like the Maxima and Ultima interior, very dumbed down, not really like luxurious. Also, I don't like this. There's no space. You only don't have these two seats, and that's it. I want to still have that little rest area back there that can be used as a trunk too. So, and also on top of that, I just honestly believe, in my opinion, the G37 just looks better. Like the 370Z still has its look. I still like how it looks, but it's more abstract. The G37 has more of a calm look, and it's still luxurious. You still see one today lowered with wheels, and it's still sexy. And it's almost what, a 13-year-old car? Is it 13 years old? Yeah, 13-year-old car. So 370Z still looks the same way, still nice, but I think that the G37 just more grown up, if you know what I mean. Plus, it's an Infinity channel, so the only car I would see myself jumping back into Nissan for the channel and for myself would be GTR and/or the new 400Z, because I would know so much about the platform that it would just be an easy transition into that car. Okay, do you let your insurance company know that you have heavily modded your car, and do you just hope they'll never get into an accident? What's that, Mexicus? To be honest, you don't have to let your insurance company. This is my opinion here. You don't have to let your insurance company know that you're modifying the car. It's the insurance company really doesn't care. They're only going to write, if you crash your car, they're only going to give you back the value of whatever your car is worth at that current date, depending on where you live and the trim level. So they don't really care that you're modifying the car. Who cares about, the only people who do care about modifying the car is your financier, or not your financier, whoever you're leasing the car from. So Infinity probably cares that I'm modifying their car, because technically it's not my car, it's a lease. Damn, that doesn't sound so good on video, but and that's about it, really. That's the only person that really cares. That's it. How's your G37 search going? At Tim, yeah, a few people have been sending me links to G37s they've been finding. I found two good ones through you guys sending me messages that live in the Northeast. But when I get back to these people, like get back to the ad, either they just sold the car or they're selling it soon. Some good deal came up yesterday or the day before. It was $5,000 for a 2008 G37 6-speed manual S, and it was like 140,000 miles. But he wanted $5K for it. He already had like another car and everything. I was super excited about it, but hit the guy back, and this guy said, "Yeah, it's sold." And it would hurt. It's hurt. It sucks because I really don't want to spend more than $5K on this car. I really don't. If I do spend more than $5K, I'd rather finance it at a dealer, and I don't want to spend more than like 7 or 8, because I still think this car is a bit old, and I don't think, even though it's holding its value, I still don't want to spend $10,000 on a 2008 car. Because if I'm gonna spend that much, I might as well just jump another $10,000 and get a E92. What's it? Is it an E92? The V8 M3 6-speed manual, is that an E92? You guys are gonna jump in. Boost, hey, one question: is it better? Which is better, the Infiniti Q60 Gold or a C63 Coupe? To be honest, I have two people that's on my IG, my Instagram, that have a C43 car. Either the coupe or the, I forgot, I think they're both sedans. No, one is a coupe, one is a sedan. And they make similar power just like us, bolt-on and tune. So they're not that, excuse me, they're not that much more ahead of us. What car I would say, if you really want to get something fast that's also a 6-cylinder, get a ATSV. ATSVs tuned and downpipe are way faster than us. Mind you, they have the same like almost the same liters as us, but they are way faster. They're putting out like 550 on 93. Like I swear, like 500, 550 or 93 fuel. It's insane. Those cars are way faster. If you show your invoices and receipts to your insurance, they will reimburse and replace your parts. As Fabe, you're right. It depends though, on your person that you got insured by. That, in my opinion, I believe it depends on who you got insured by. Some of them probably don't care, but some of them probably do. Will AMS intakes void your warranty? No. Infiniti sells those intakes, then they're not going to get voided unless you installed them and you did something wrong, like pour sand inside the turbines or something, or drop the screw in there. Then they could be like, oh, you should have installed it. But even then, nah. Tim, yep. Okay, are you willing to purchase a G37 in another state? In Florida, I've been looking. I am willing to do it, but it has to be a good deal then, because I live in New York. So if I see it in Florida, it can't be like, yeah, $6,000 for this G37. I'm like, I'm not going to drive to Florida and spend all that money and travel and everything just to save some money when I could probably find one up here for what, 7,200, and save myself the flight and the trip and the drive back and everything like that. It would have to be something super rare, like a 6-speed manual convertible IPL for like an OD good price. That's it. That's the only way. That's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, E92. Yep, E92 M3 is the one with the VI. Cool. Okay, what is the Genesis G70? The G70, I don't know too much about the 3.3 platform. I am part of the Stinger group on Facebook, and it seems like they're still not where we're at. Like the motor and transmission wise, everything's still stock, but then you modify it without changing turbos. It seems like they're technically not really with us when it comes to performance. Like they're right close to us, but if you want to have something different and unique, I think the G70 is probably the best. It's probably a little smaller and a little lighter than the Stinger, so I don't see why not. That car is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I think that car is beautiful, except for the rear end. The rear end isn't as good looking, but the front end is definitely sexy, and the interior is really nice and plush. But that's my opinion. My opinion. You guys got me for like another 15 minutes, man. What's going on, man? Happy Saturday. I just want to give you guys a little bit more updates. So, like as I said at the start of the video, I installed the AMS fender tank. Everything went well. You're gonna see that video soon. The killer chiller isn't here yet. There's not too much other modifications I really want to throw in the car yet. I'm probably gonna install a low pressure fuel pump soon. Reason being is I'm just gonna have to do it soon enough. And the thing is, the car's turbos are still not gonna get changed right now because everything's still closed. So I'm trying my best to just take care of a lot of the other modifications that I can do before the time to drop the motor and put the new turbos in. What else I want to say with the channel? I already told you I was supposed to go to Texas, but I couldn't go to Texas. I just want everything to open back up soon. I mean, I want us to save lives and everything, but once everything opens up, then I can start planning on trips and meets in different states. And we could just get back to the hustle and bustle of just being in America, you know. But even then, it's not only Americans that are affected by this, the world is. When I looked into traveling outside the US, everybody else's borders are closed. You really can't go nowhere right now. So that's what I'm saying. I just want us to have some kind of normalcy so that we can just return back to something similar to what it was. And you guys like car stuff, and I like car stuff, and it's our drug, you know. It's our way to escape the regular world. Like we go do our 9 to 5, or we own our businesses, but then you're like, You look outside to your car, you're like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some new wheels on this girl, you know? What I'm gonna do this weekend with this car. So I just want to return back to some kind of normalcy a little bit. Let me see what questions you guys. Too late for the catch can. Already at 45K. Alfredo, why not? Add the catch can. But if you really want, I don't know if you have maybe a friend that owns a shop or a shop that you're cool with, just double check and see if you have any carbon buildup. But 45K, I don't know. But try the catch can now. It's never too late. But also, you can get a walnut blasted if it has a lot of buildup carbon. I've seen two people who've had pictures of their intake valves, and there weren't too bad carbon buildup. So maybe the PCB system on the Q50 Q60 isn't too bad, but I don't see why not. It's never too late, right? Yeah, I saw the fender tank video. Is it the same as the expansion tank? At Prince, the expansion tank is what is pretty much replaces the reservoir for your heat exchanger and for your regular cooler. But that only increases that about 70%. But that's so much little fluid. That to me, I'm just AMS is probably watching. Someone's that AMS is probably watching. But be honest, that piece is expensive, the expansion tank, and it barely adds any fluid. I would rather you guys go get the fender tank. The fender tank is $400, and you get 2 gallons. Do you know what 2 gallons of coolant is? A lot. All right. I just want you guys to know that. That is a lot of coolant. I would rather you guys spend the money on a fender tank than an expansion tank. That's just to me, the expansion tank is just eye candy. That's just it. That's just eye candy. That's what it is. But that's my opinion. But also, I think I said on the video, get the fender tank later down the line. Don't go get the fender tank now. Save your money for other stuff. I'd rather you guys spend your money on tires or put it towards coilovers or something else with the car. Get that down the line. Once you're tuned on your heat exchange and all that, you can add that on later after. You don't need to get retuned for it. It just makes your heat exchanger coolant temps a lot more consistent. Okay, yeah, so okay, Boost, do you think the AMS intake is a good first mod? I just recently got a Q50 Silver Sport. At Dark, to be honest, that was one of my first modifications. Because I did the JB4 and then I did AMS intakes because it was like first on the market, and I knew I was caring about warranty and stuff. What I would honestly say is it is kind of expensive. It really is. Like it's almost $500 for it, and you don't really feel that much of a change until like your JB4 or tuned or something, or even Red Sport guys have more of a benefit from it because of the higher boost. So I would honestly say look into getting maybe lower downpipes. That's what I usually said. One of the first mods I would say is lower downpipes. Second modification would be a heat exchanger. But if you want the quickest way to just gain almost 100 horsepower and not really do too much with the car is a JB4. Because you can just buy it, plug it in, set it, forget it, and then when you want to sell it, you can sell it for about 2/3 of the price, and then you could get a full-fledged tune after all your bolt-ons and everything like that. Hey Boost, would you buy a Crash G37 and build it to how you want? At Just Blaze, to be quite honest, I have been looking on IAAI auctions, and also I've been seeing if people were like close or live close that might have crashed one. To be honest, it's more expensive trying to rebuild one than buying one used. I would rather just buy one used, and then it is what it is. Because when I buy it crashed, unless it's like $1,500, I'm still gonna have to buy the parts to replace it, depending on how hard it was hit. So nah, I'd rather not buy a crash. It would be great content if I can actually sit there and rebuild it. If I had like a yard or something and rebuild it, that'd be cool, like Sam Crack. But can't do it. Top mods for the 2014 Q50 3.7. At Future, I would say test pipes, catback exhaust, Takeda intakes, and then get a tune. That's literally it. You can branch off into a little bit more components, but there's not much performance components for the 3.7. Okay. Yo, Boost, I need AMS intakes. Know about any discount? No, bro. At K, I don't know any discount. Sorry, I don't got no coupon code or anything like that. Prince, what about spec wise? Like, does DAS and DDS Do they really make difference in driving experience? Yes, Prince, they actually do. That's a good question. DAS, from me, always having cars with power steering and now having these cars with just direct electric steering, what I want to say is it is more numbing, but once you learn it, you find out that it's really direct. It's like it's less effort putting into driving the car. That's why it sounds weird, but it's a little bit less effortless because it's like driving a game. That's a bad analogy, but it's you just have to like sense it. It's I don't even know how to explain it, but the direct steering is really good. And the DDS, I haven't my car doesn't have DDS, but from people who have told me it's pretty good. It definitely changes up the ride comfort of the car. It's nothing like mag ride, but they say it definitely works and it definitely stiffens up the ride a bit more. So definitely look into that. Seeing someone dyno overdrive road drive mode once upon pulling the fuse. Numbers were higher than average. Have you or anyone raced while in real drive mode? Yes, I've raced in real drive mode. And some of my old videos from last year when I was doing road racing, most of those road racing videos I was in real drive mode. If I was doing a dig, I was always in overdrive. But most of my road racing videos, I'm in real drive mode. I either pull the fuse in the trunk or the taillight fuse. I think it was a taillight fuse or something like that. There's a connection, the harness in the trunk, but there's also a fuse that's under the hood. I think it's fuse 70. It's ETS Soul or something, and that switches you to real drive mode. So I've done it, haven't had any issues. Okay, cool. 370s or Q50, same motor. If it's the 3.7 at Bossy, yeah, those are technically they should be the same motor from 2014 and up. It should be the same exact motor. Garcia, do you believe STILLEN is telling the truth when they say that their intake and exhaust systems can gain 44 wheel horsepower? To be quite honest, majority of the time, this is when the car is like tuned, because there's no way that stuff is going to make 44 wheel horsepower. Just want you guys to know that right now. No way. I don't even know how to even do those metrics. It doesn't even make sense. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. Hey, Boost, do you have a heat exchanger? Oh, Dark, you must be new to the channel. Dark Jedi, you must be new to the channel. Boy, really? Check out some old videos. But I have a Burger tuning heat exchanger. I did a whole install and everything in an unboxing video about a year and some change ago. I ran it in circuit with the OEM heat exchanger. So the cooling comes from the engine. It goes into the OEM heat exchanger, the original equipment. Then it goes through the Burger tuning, and then it goes back to the motor, with the pumps and everything. Now I have the AMS fender tank. So it goes through the OEM, then the Burger tuning, then the tank, then back to the motor. So it's a little bit more highway or whatever, but I got more coolant in the system, so it'll heat soak a lot less. Okay. Hey, my guy Boost, I'm out here in LA. What up, man? Kay, what up? Would love to link up. Haha, I love 2018 still as well. Okay, cut out. Resonate. Okay, cool. Performance next month. Well, you live in LA, so I know it's a little bit different for you, brother. So, in my honest opinion, I don't know, man. Y'all got a lot of strict rules in LA. Like, y'all have a lot of strict rules. I would say lower downpipes, but I know y'all don't want to deal with the catalytic converter issue. Yeah, I can't really get JB4s like that because it doesn't ship to you guys. You have to buy them secondhand or whatever, or through a third party. Man, shoot, this is hard, man. You can have a heat exchanger too. It's really hot in LA, so I would recommend getting like a Mishimoto heat exchanger or AMS heat exchanger. I'll recommend that. At least you'll have consistent performance, but you're not really gaining power. You're just keeping power. If you if you're not looking to put lower downpipes in your car, like let's say you just want to keep the car what it is now, you don't do too much else more because you worry about inspection, I would say get a full-fledged tune. Go to Specialty Z. I think these in LA or something. Specialty Z. You could get them to tune your car, and you should be able to pass inspection and everything like that. Because I don't know exactly how your inspections are out in LA. You guys usually run into issues. Prince, is upgrading the brakes to EcoBoost disc needed as specs? Is upgrading the brakes to Akabono big disc needed as specs? Well, if it's needed to upgrade the brakes, the disc or the rotors, yes, you have to upgrade the rotors. If that's what you actually mean, Prince, you have to upgrade the rotors, brother. Have to. That's what you mean. All right, you guys gonna have me for. I'm supposed to be going in the next minute, but I got a few guys up here, so I want to talk to you guys for 5 more minutes. Come on, guys, tell me. I'm trying to see if there's any other updates. Like, there's not much going on right now in the world, so I can't do anything. It's like I'm just trying my best to do a lot of hands-on videos that I know I can do, so I can give you guys content, you know. And so that's what I've just been really trying to do. So let me see. Hey, Boost, my car cut out and I didn't hear your response. My fault. Zach, what was your question? Do you believe STILLEN? Oh, what I said was, when it comes to the STILLEN, I don't know what metrics they go off of with this 44 wheel horsepower bullshit. I think that's just bullshit. So no. A lot of people have down and tune a lot of the components and everything like that. They don't gain more wheel horsepower. If you're talking about 3.0 Ts, you know, there's no way you're getting 44 wheel horsepower because you added a CATBACK. That's not possible. This is not an NA car if you're talking about the 3.0 T. We're talking about turbos here. It's a little different. What you got to do when it comes to dynoing, and I would say NA is different than turbo cars. So turbo cars, when you get dynoed, you get the baseline turbo. You do 3 pulls and you get the baseline, right? You get to find the averages of 3. Then you put, let's say, an AMS intake on it. Then in the same conditions, you do 3 pulls. Whatever the gains are between the average of those, the pulls after and the pulls before, then that's the difference. CATBACK is not doing that. I don't believe that. Lower downpipes can gain you some wheel horsepower. I don't know usually how much the difference is, or the delta difference is, but not 44 wheel horsepower. Nope. But I'm just some random dude from YouTube. Wait 1 second. Okay, wait 1 second, guys. Okay, does AMS cold air intakes need more care than a normal filter? Not really. You can hand wash them with soap and water. It's not bad. How much weight do you think you're adding when you added all the coolant? To be honest, this 2 gallons was kind of heavy. It was kind of heavy. I would say that 2 gallons, I don't know how much weight 2 gallons is of coolant, but that was probably like 15, 20 pounds more of weight. Probably a little bit more than that. It was a little heavy, maybe 30 pounds, maybe like 25, 30 pounds that tank was. I added it to that corner. The Burger Tuning heat exchanger wasn't that heavy. So that was probably like 15 pounds or less than that. It wasn't too heavy. It was a small unit, because it was made out of like really like aluminum or whatever. So it probably added another like 40, 50 pounds to my front end, I would say, for the cooling. But I'm probably going to remove the OEM heat exchanger, but that's relatively little. But I'm probably going to remove that. That's why I got lightweight wheels. Good question. I like that one. I want high flow cat sleeper on a Q50 3.7. Yeah, you can get that. Just look it up at JB. There's plenty of high flow cats for the 3.7. They're interchangeable with the 370Z and G37. So just know that your test bike / high flow cats are also interchangeable with the G37 and 370Z. Okay. Yo, bro. Yeah, bro. Hella annoying. Thanks for answering the question. I was thinking AMS intakes next, and now you have me thinking on the tune. I wanted to throw a JB4. Any downsides on the use? No. There's no problem with the use. Nobody really messes up the JB4 use because it comes in an enclosed case and it's hardware. They built it so it can withstand the elements. So I don't see a problem buying it used. Just make sure you get a JB4 and not a JB1. Do not get a JB1, please. But that's up to you, though. It's up to you. You can get a full-fledged tune, too, if you know you don't want to do too much performance modifications. So check out Specialty Z. Specialty Z. Hey, okay, coolant water is about 8 pounds per gallon. So, okay, sorry about that. No, it was heavier, though. When I held this almost 2 gallon tank, it was heavy. It was heavy. And I mean, I know I got on all black, but, you know, I'm kind of a slim dude, but, you know, I still go to the gym, you know, work on my pecs a little bit. But it was pretty heavy for one hand. Hey, John, what's going on, man? What up? How I hope you're feeling amazing, man. I hope you're safe up there. I don't know if the BBK upgrade will fit the dust shields. If not, just bend them. I had to bend my RS dust shields to fit my huge. For if he's talking about if you want to upgrade your BBK, in my video I did when I installed it, I didn't have to cut my front dust shields because I just had to bend one corner back. That's it. The rear dust shield, I had to cut that one. Or bend it back, really far back. Is road drive faster than all drive? Technically, it should be. In a road race, the rear-wheel drive, if both cars have the same exact components and everything, rear-wheel drive should be faster because it's less drivetrain loss. But our cars does something funny. Whenever it's going above 18 miles an hour, the front drive shaft actually disengage. So majority of all the torque and power goes to the rear. It's only when the car experiences some kind of slip event through the ABS that it engages the front wheels to pretty much brake or regain control of the car. So technically, it may not be that much faster because technically above 18 miles an hour, we're in rear-wheel drive mode until the car gets scared. 1 second. 46 says, which one would you start with first? Heat exchanger or oil catch can? I live North Cali and gets fairly hot here, barely getting into performance modifications. In all honesty, at 46 or Reyes, if this is your pre-owned car, I would say get both. I don't see a problem with it. Catch can is really good because it's relatively affordable and cheap to get, and you'll have less carbon buildup. And two, the heat exchangers, you have plenty on the market, but at least when you get a heat exchanger, you have consistent performance. You're not gaining performance, but you have consistent performance. As stated earlier, I would recommend Mishimoto because they have close to similar specs to AMS, and it's almost $300 cheaper. That is my recommendation. But if you want to have a more affordable heat exchanger, you can also go with Burger Tuning. I believe they have a $300 one. And also, if you want to go to the cheapest, the most affordable, not cheap as they fall apart, you can go with a frozen boost. Join the Q50 Q60 group on Facebook. You might see a few people who have that intercooler look. Those mostly are people with the frozen boost one because it gives you the look, but it's usually the cheapest one to get. So it's up to you, brother. The OEM intakes flow very well, if not tuned. No need for AMS intakes. Save your money for other mods. See, look, John just jumping in, giving you gems. Oil drive is a lot heavier. 0 to 60 is faster. Definitely, he's right. I said road drive, road racing. Technically, road drive should be better. But launches from a stoplight, oil drive, baby GTR all day. Damn, I should go because I got some stuff I got to do. I just want to answer a lot more of you guys' questions. So if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna give you guys like 3 more minutes. Just try to just write down those questions, and then I'm just gonna cut it off there. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the updates on the channel. I'm still trying to get my little war chest together. I'm finding my little components here. You might find some surprises coming up. I've been skewing the web, looking to see if I can find some more performance modifications. Maybe, as someone asked me, like an aluminum drive shaft. Someone's selling one. Or just seeing if someone locally might be selling one. I was actually trying to sell my high pressure fuel pump recently on IG. I might still sell it. I don't know yet. But I'm probably install my low pressure fuel pump because I am gonna have upgraded turbos. So I'm going to need a bit more fuel, and the low pressure fuel pump does actually dry out a little bit or runs a little lean on or low on fuel pressure when you first gun on it at the most amount of torque. And I'm probably going to try to get these wheels fixed soon. I do want to re-powder coat these wheels and have them done up nice. It's just that it's hard to find a powder coater that can give me this chrome look. I really want this chrome look. So I'm going to see what's going to happen with that. Supercharged Q50, why not? Supercharge it. If you have the money, do it. You guys see the 800 wheel horsepower Q50 out there. You got a built motor, but a lot of people are doing about 500 to 600 wheel horsepower sealed block 3.7. Transmission can't handle it though. Can't handle that amount of torque. Do I need tuning if I only install intakes and sport exhaust? No, Prince, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. You shouldn't have to run. You shouldn't run into any issues with that, Prince. So don't even worry about it. Just throw it on there and that's it. Oh, hello. What's going on from Vancouver, BC? What's going on, man? Hey, thanks. Good to see you here again, man. Yeah, man. Chilling. Thanks. You're welcome, man. Cowboy. All right. So guys, I'm about to be out. Had a great time with you guys once again. You guys know who I am, Boost Emotion. I'm just appreciative of you guys hanging out with me this afternoon on a Saturday. If you guys have any questions, you already know what to talk to me. Boost Emotion on IG, Boost Emotion on Facebook, and boostemotion@gmail.com. Otherwise, I changed up some of the prices for my Boost Emotion merch below, so it should be a lot more affordable now. Boost on budget, Boost on a budget, or budget in motion, as people like to say. So, you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you, Diamond, for jumping in last minute. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please be safe. Hug your family, hug your friends, and you guys take care. God bless.